Welcome back to another episode of the Legendary Sports Podcast. It's your boy.
What up? What up? It's your boy Antoine Beeks over here.
Yes, and Jared Michelson. And man, oh man, we got some talks right now. We'll do a recap. We'll do a light recap this week for you guys because we got some trade talk that's happened in our own league, and do a survey out to the world, see what you guys will think about it. We won't say names about this trade that happened, but we'll just say the players that took place and the situation that took place behind
Go
it.
ahead. Start it off.
I am starting it off. That's what I'm doing right now.
Tell the people who was traded in it.
What's that?
I said tell the people who was traded.
So we had a trade of CeeDee Lamb and James Conner for, forget this, Drake London, DK Metcalf, and an injured Dameon Pierce. Now, the kicker to this isn't just the players that were traded, but the two people were playing each other this week. And the person who traded CeeDee Lamb
got a 40-piece burger put on his head.
Basically out of the playoff race, right? So it's like they're just purging their team. And someone took advantage of that purge.
You feel like he was doing that?
I don't know. Because I know the player, and usually when he wins, he would never make this type of move. That's why it's interesting.
You know what's crazy, man? I really feel like I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? And I want people to hold the integrity of the league. I want them to hold that, right? So I didn't want to say that. And you know a little bit more than they do, right? Like I know a couple people in the league, but not all. But you know that I can get to talking some stuff and saying some stuff. And I didn't want to go a little bit overboard and being like, I just was like, that's a bad trade. But I really
and I was saying that's a bad trade too. But I approved the trade, right? Me being commissioner, I approved it. And I've done commissioner for over a decade now. I know when people are really like maliciously doing stuff. And I don't know if I wouldn't say this was malicious, and I don't know how aware he was that they were playing each other. But if he had any awareness, and I'm sure they did, because you usually know your matchup going into the week, like I know I'm playing you. Why would you make that trade? Even if you're out of the playoff race, there's no need for you to, whether it's like maliciously purge or just like playfully purge, makes no difference. The result's the same. You know what I'm saying? Because it ends up in a bad trade either way.
Man, and here's the thing, man. I'm the person he traded him to is tied for number one in the league.
Yeah. Well, that's the kicker. It's like second to the last place, and then the first place team. So it's like.
And so here's my thing, right? This is where it kind of gets me a little bit more too. I'm tied for number one in the league.
Yeah. I mean, again, now I was looking at your trade that you were sending Yachty to. I'm like, your trade was pretty bad. Don't get me wrong for Ja'Marr Chase. That was not far off from some of these players. Because I've looked at the last 2 weeks of DeAndre Hopkins, and it has been pretty bad. But Ja'Marr Chase has not been playing to the level of the person that was traded here in CeeDee Lamb, right? So it's like it's a little bit closer, you know what I'm saying? But like this one was way worse because they were playing each other. They sent an injured player that's not even playing right now for someone that just came back, and the number 3 receiver in the freaking league. Like,
so here's also the thing, right? CeeDee Lamb could arguably be the number 1 wide receiver right now in the league. But here's also the thing, right? With my trade with Ja'Marr Chase, I tried to sell high. Adam Thielen, or who did I have?
I'm okay with that.
Who did I have? Hop just came off 2 like decent weeks, but he came off that. I tried to trade him off that explosive week with the 3 touchdowns when Will Levis started, and then I tried to trade. Was it Adam Thielen or was it?
Yeah, it was Thielen, and no, it wasn't. I forget who it was. I'll have to go back to that. But I want to get my point before I forget. See, the thing is, you were trying to sell high, but the thing is, the name here, the person was not trying to sell high. So I'll have to bleep that out. Not trying to sell high. Like if he's trying to sell high, you would have gotten good players out of it.
Yeah, I mean, like he just, I don't know, man. I like I said, I
That's
would
the
hope that
difference
he
to me
has
is
some
like
integrity
if
of the
you were to
league.
get, and this is why I said if you were to put Mike Evans and put like DK Metcalf, I probably would have accepted it because that's you
Yeah,
selling at a decent rate. You're getting a good receiver who's a number 2 and a number 3 for a number 1. That's cool, but you didn't even get that. You got a 3 and a 4 for the
so
number
now,
1.
so,
And there was a running. The people forget there's a running back that just came out, and James Conner is back and healthy now, right? So like,
and
and you gave away Damian
before he
Pierce,
got hurt, he was better than Dameon Pierce.
yeah, and Drake
Before he
London's
got hurt, he
nobody.
was better than Dameon Pierce.
Exactly. So it didn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
So who's the vulture now?
Oh, we have a new high vulture right now. There's definitely one that is way worse. Whoever the person who took the CeeDee Lamb trade, and they won, and CeeDee Lamb put up 40 again.
He put up a
So
40-piece burger on him.
yeah,
Right,
so
right along with Amon Ra. Like
exactly.
they just did work. Hey
Yep.
man, I'm not gonna lie. If
But
I'm gonna
I
be
approve the
honest,
trade because, to your point, I don't like to shut down trades, right? Because I'm all about, to your point, I'm all about selling high, buying low, whatever the case you can do, whatever you got to do. I'm all good with that. But there are unique circumstances where it's like you're not when you're especially when you're doing it when you're playing against the person, and then the person's also not in the contention, so they're like I won't say purging the team, selling the team off, but like they are selling the team off because the other person offered up their main player Kelsey too. You know what I'm saying? So obviously there's a sell off there. Like that was another flag. It's like that's a sell off point. You know what I'm saying? But you're not
yeah,
selling for value. You're just selling, and just that's like purging to me. If you're not getting anything in value or close to, what are you doing?
yeah. I don't know, man. This is all bad. But nonetheless, man, how did you do? How'd you do this week? How'd you do this
Not
week?
great. 2-3. Was it 2-3? Yeah, 2-3 this week, and I in my work league, I just lost by 2 points. It was because you know why? Because James Cook fumbled. Those 2 fumbles ruined it for me. I would have won if it wasn't for those fumbles, but
So
whatever.
so check this. I went 4-2 this week, and I got annihilated, man. And here's something about fantasy, guys. Don't quit. Don't quit. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I was riding high, man. Dude, I've dropped 3 straight now. I've dropped 3 straight in our big money league. And with that being said,
I played well
dropping 3
there.
straight.
Just a quick note. I played well in that league and I still lost. Like I'm putting up hundreds now and I'm still losing.
I got annihilated. I put up like 50-piece burger and they put up like 100 and something on my head. I got annihilated. And not only that, not only did he kill me,
you lost to
he
the
was
guy I
like the
lost to
second,
was the last
he was
place
like
guy.
this, yeah, like the second to
Was.
last place team or something like that.
Nope.
He blew the doors off my team and it was bad. And this is why you don't quit. He just got 2 really good wins, and and who knows? We still got 4 weeks left to the playoffs.
Yeah.
We still got 4 weeks. If he goes 4-0 in these next 4 weeks, and some strange things happen, which we've seen before in fantasy, right? He might be able to squeak his way.
You might be able to squeak in. That's right.
And his team is playing hot right now. And so, I mean, my team on the other hand, I need to figure something out. I need to make a trade or something right before the deadline.
Deadline's coming up this week, I think. So
yeah, Friday, I
and
think.
The thing is, I've
like
traded and I've made moves and I like my team, but I can't put my lineup in to save my life. And Lamar Jackson, as much as I hate to say it, has been hurting me a little bit. Thank goodness I do have Kyler Murray. I did pick him up, so I might be starting Kyler Murray here this upcoming week because I gotta shake some stuff up. But I'm with you, man. Like I'm hemorrhaging right now. I'm the same as I'm 3-7. I have to win out basically to do this, but I have to knock out the legends that are basically in my way, and I don't know if I can. Like,
yeah, you did a lot of stuff
I think
to go right.
I think I got Danny this week.
You got
yeah, I got Steph sick, so and that's not. Oh, no, I got Joey this week. I think, and that's even worse. I think his team's better yet.
So I had Steph sick, and I put a whooping on him. I put that thing on him, And then ever since then, I just dropped, man, 3 straight, and I'm just not liking it, man.
Oh.
I'm in 6th place right now, right? The top 6 teams make it though, right? Or
Yep, top
the
6.
top 6. So I'm in 6th place right now. I'm holding it down with 1 game ahead.
Yeah, if I can knock out a couple of if I can knock down the 6-4 guys to get them to 6-7 or whatever, 6-8, and I can go up to 6-8 myself or 7-7. If I can get to 7-7, I gotta win the next 4. I got, I think I can do this, but I need you to beat a couple people or taking some fat L's yourself. So it's gotta be some combination of that.
Well, here we go, man. I'm coming out victorious this week, man. We're getting AJ Brown back. We're gonna be missing Jonathan Taylor this week, but nothing.
Thank goodness, because
can't...
in the other league where you have him, I play you this week in the MSP league. And you're so lucky because I missed both Bijan and Kamara this week. You know who I'm starting as my RB2? Jaylen Warren. Like, that's all I have left.
Hey, listen. Jaylen Warren has been killing. Jaylen Warren has been killing.
And I like him better than Najee. I like it. Like, if Najee wasn't in the way, I would be so stacked right now. I'd be so ready because Jaylen Warren is a flash. He is a beast. Like, these little running backs are so fast. Keaton Mitchell, Jaylen Warren, the Ty Chandler, like, these guys are like not big guys, but these guys can zoom. My goodness.
Yeah. So, I mean, you are definitely gonna miss those guys. And there is a lot of guys that the running back that you just mentioned from the Ravens.
Yep.
Dude is out there flying, man.
Dude, he's zooming. He's fast. He track raced everybody, and that's hard to do from a running back because you still have to hit the edge and then go up the sideline. Like, he did that like it was nothing.
Hey, you know what, man? I think it's time. I think it's time for us to stop acting like Lamar is just this superstar fantasy football guy, because he's really not. Everybody's learned how to stop him on the run. You still got to pay attention to him on the run. People are still like, oh, he can break a big one. So that these running backs that they have, man, it was Gus Edwards for 3 weeks. Now it's this, what is his name? Keaton Mitchell.
Yep.
Now it's him. It was Justin Hill like 2 weeks before Gus Edwards. Like, these running backs is eating it up. The only thing is who you start. You don't know who's gonna get what.
That's true. And they for the guys who aren't Gus Edwards, so it showed. If you're Gus Edwards, you get the goal line carry. But if you're any of the other running backs, you gotta score from 20 out. So it's like, how do you rely on that? To get that touchdown? Yeah. There's not consistency there. So
how do you feel about in the league where we play each other?
I still feel good because I have traded in a way that aside from my running backs, my receivers are good. Between my free agents and my trades, I'm good. I still got Debo lined up. I got Tyreek Hill back. I still have ETN, although he had a bad week. I still have ETN out there. And then I have Tank Dell, who's been the hot commodity of late. So I feel good. I feel like I could still compete even with missing my 2 top running backs. It's not my favorite situation to be in, don't get me wrong, because you have a very good team yourself. So do I want to be missing my 2 top running backs? No. But, well, they're not my tops. Technically, ETN's my top, one of my 2 tops, I guess. So,
man, I tell you one thing. You need to go get a kicker.
Yeah, I did it on purpose though. So I hoard people until I figure out so here's my strategy. I pick up all the people I want to pick up. And I hoard them until I figure out what I need to do. Who can I use? Who's got the best matchup? I'll mull it over and then I'll drop whoever I don't need. But I'm a hoarder, and that's my technique. And so I just hold on to them until I figure out what my next play is, and I'll drop them for the people I actually need to fill the roster.
Can we talk a T. Higgins trade?
You want T. Higgins?
Yeah.
That's fine. Because, I have receiver depth. I don't need T. Higgins anymore. I built my team outside of T. Higgins.
Well, I don't really have nothing.
If I had all my guys lined up, all 4 of my receivers active, I'd have money squad. I love my receivers in that league. Add Rashee Rice as a backup up there. Sheesh.
I don't love these receivers.
But
you love these receivers?
What's that?
I said you love these receivers. I don't.
You don't like Tyreek Hill?
I like him. I don't love him.
Okay. You want Davante? Would you want Davante Adams or Tyreek Hill right now?
Hey man, hey,
bro.
Hey, calm down. Chill. Hold on a second.
Who are you talking to right now?
Oh, I mean, I'd rather have Davante Adams over Rashee Rice, and
not at this point in time. I would. I'd rather have Rashee Rice. At least he puts up points.
Man, put some respect on Tay-Tay's name, man. Tay-Tay went out and balled last week.
This season, give me a reason to.
Hey, he had 14 points, 14.6 points after following up with 2, 4, 4, 7.
So go through Rashee Rice's history.
Okay, so let's talk to Rashee Rice. Let's see his. 9, 9, 17, 11, 13. All right.
There it is. Ain't no 2-pointers out there. His lowest is at least 4.
Man, so some big news, man. I think that we just keep this thing rolling. Some big news.
Yep.
Mike Thomas.
Yeah. Another injury.
Fear of a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Fear of a really bad knee injury that's gonna put him out for the rest of the season. How do you feel about that?
You know what? As much as Mike Thomas might not be the guy that we've known in a while, he's actually been one of my favorite receivers over the last few years because he is when he is healthy, when he is good, when he is in a team that can actually make stuff happen. And he's been different since the foot injury and everything like that. But I still think he's a talented receiver, man. And I do actually kind of feel for him and his kind of career trajectory because of that record-setting season to where he's at now. Like, I think we're missing a talent because he's still young. Like, I think we're missing out on a talent just like when Saquon got hurt. It's like, dang, what are we gonna see? What is gonna happen after this? Is he gonna be able to come back and be Saquon, or are we gonna lose out on a generational talent? And I think that's kind of the situation. For fantasy wise, I don't think it means much. He wasn't really giving you a lot for the season, so you can go ahead and pick up like Noah Brown or somebody like that, fill the same void. Probably actually be better off. So, but as far as like just from a player side of things, like, hey man, get well and become come back and be a legend. So,
he's not young. He's 30. It's young in age, but it's not young in football years, right?
Yeah, I guess for a receiver, I look at it somewhat different. Because like you're not taking the same pounding that you would be if you were a 30-year-old running back.
Yeah, but he's come off so many injuries, man. And
that's the part I will give you though. 30 with the injuries, I will agree.
I honestly feel like this is it for him, man. As much as I don't want to say that, I feel like this is it for him.
Yeah, this is tough, man, because like once your body starts trying to compensate and make up for like, okay, well, this part's not working as well, even though it's healed, it's not healed fully. So I'm doing 80 over here, 90 over here, then the 90 knees going down to 60 because it went out, trying to overcompensate for the other leg. It's tough,
especially in such a high caliber league. Like he's at the top of the top, the best of the best, and it just doesn't work,
that's rough life. But going back to T. Higgins, we could definitely make that trade. So for you, I'm gonna skip the week recap here and just talk about, since your team needs a little help, right? Let's say your team that's taken 4 losses in a row, 3 losses in a row, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What do you need? Are you hitting the waiver wire for anybody to maybe help you? Or you need a running back? You need a receiver? What do you think is the point that's dragging your team down?
Honestly, man, the inconsistency of Lamar Jackson. I drafted Mark Andrews pretty high to kind of get, some good,
Tight end
you
value.
know, some yeah, to get some
A difference maker, right? A tight end could be a difference maker
yeah,
for the team.
like
Yep.
Lamar Jackson just isn't throwing that ball the way that I need him to. I was honestly thinking with the Odell, with the Zay Flowers, with the what's the other guy's name?
Oh, Rashad?
Rashad Bateman being healthy and him not having a necessarily a number one guy, but having some guys. Like this is the best receiving core Lamar Jackson has had since he's been a Baltimore Raven and since he started at quarterback for them. And so I thought with those guys on the outside, with all that speed, with all that electric speed out there, the running backs running all over, I thought that he would be able to throw the ball better. And I thought that we would see Mark Andrews put himself back in that arguably the
Top
best
two,
tight end
top
spot.
three. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's right now, he's on the outside of the top five. And it's killing me. I'm not getting points from there. I hadn't been getting points from Devontae Adams. Um, and that's just where I've been struggling, man. Like I haven't been getting it from Devontae Adams, haven't been getting it from Mark Andrews. I had a bye week and Geno Smith scored 3 points on a bye week. I had
Oh
another
yeah,
week
that's
where
rough. That one will really kill you. Oh man.
I had another week where Devontae, I needed 5 points. I think that was versus you, 5 points, and Devontae Adams
Oh yeah. Yep.
didn't close the 5 point gap or whatever it was. However much, I think I needed like 7, and he got like 2 or 3 points or something like that. And then there was another one where I lost by 5, and Devontae Adams just didn't come up for me. Like it's just I feel like I got the team. I mean, Jared Goff, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Mark Andrews, AJ Brown, Adam Thielen. Um, I feel like I got the squad. I just feel like we just aren't putting it together.
Yep. Fair. No, the squad sounds good, looks good, and everything like that. But it's one of those things, man, where the fantasy football guys are just not on your side, man. It's just like whatever can go wrong will go wrong in your matchup. So, man, I have a rough week. I have to play McCaffrey, Eckler, and Jamar Chase this week, mixed with Montgomery.
That's all on one team?
Yes.
Who got that?
And he also has Mike Evans. That's the Knights Watch team, the one that put up 138 this week in that same league that you're talking about. So like this is where this is not the team I need to face if I'm trying to even remotely squeak by. Because if I lose this one, I'm 100% out. There is no coming back. There is no jumping in. Like that's it. And then I have Saquon. So my issue is Saquon's not who I need him to be, right? I drafted him pretty early. Lamar Jackson obviously has been hurting my team. And then Deebo Samuel was out for a few games, so that killed me. I made some trades around wide receivers and everything to try to get somebody who's a big name player because Calvin really also killed me, being one of my third or fourth round picks.
Yeah.
Yep. So that didn't help at all. But yeah, man, I just and then not being have enough courage to put in the players. Like sometimes I look at the numbers for the projection and I make sure that I put those in versus putting the actual matchup in. Be like, you know what, man, I get your numbers up there, and yeah, maybe you could have a good game, and you are maybe my third round draft pick, but you're not playing like it, so I need to move away from you, and I just couldn't do that sometimes. So
yeah, like Devontae Adams, Adams.
Yep.
I could have went away and put DK Metcalf in, Adam Thielen, and I just couldn't move away from him. Yep. And now after him having a decent week with, I think he had 8 receptions for like 72 yards or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like they're making it a point to get him the ball.
Yes.
They're making it a point to get him the ball. They're making it a point to get him back happy and to feel serviceable. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So
trying to force him the ball from a quarterback that doesn't have the ability to make those. I was gonna say, I won't say he doesn't have the ability in full, but doesn't have the consistent ability to make the passes to get him the ball. You know, he had a lot of targets at 14 targets, but that I think it was like 6 catches or whatever, shows that there's an inaccuracy there or a misconnection, right? So,
dude, I don't have a backup running back on my bench
in the $100 league.
Yeah.
Well, I got Warren.
I better go find one.
Yeah, you just put actually this week on waivers. Going to them, we spoke a little bit about them this week. There's a few running backs you could at least use that are serviceable this week. I think Devin Singletary will be serviceable. I think they play Arizona this week. Houston does, so you have a good chance there. If you can get him, that's great. So check your waiver position. Keaton Mitchell's also out there. He'll get some reps in, and he'll at least be serviceable, I think, this week. And then Ty Chandler for the Vikings. So at least you have some waiver options for running back. This is a little stronger.
What happened to Alexander Madison?
Concussion. There's a concussion right now, but he's also been playing pretty average. So now that's not to say that Ty Chandler's gonna be the guy, because obviously they went and got Cam Akers because Ty Chandler was there last year, and then they put Madison as the lead. So it's like, how much do they really have faith in Ty Chandler after they went to go get Akers? You know what I'm saying? But that being said, Ty Chandler looked explosive and great. So maybe he's seizing the opportunity this time around. So we'll see.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that works.
Yep. And then if you need a receiver, there's Noah Brown. Tight end, there's Trey McBride. I mean, I'm gunning for Trey McBride in a few spots because that dude, I think with Kyler Murray.
Man, he balled out, man. He balled out for sure. Yeah, Trey McBride balled out, man. Yeah, like I was very impressed with Trey McBride.
Yeah. So those are some waiver wire people for you guys to pick up. If you need quarterbacks, hopefully maybe Howell or somebody's out there available for you. But I mean, it's running back week this week, so go grab them if you need them. If you're desperate, you know, and that might be me. I might have to sit Saquon and start one of those other guys, you know.
Yeah, and that's tough to do, man. Especially him being Saquon in his name. That offense just is
bad.
Bad.
Yeah,
it's
Vito or whatever is not it.
Hey, he said he stays with his mom. He's still gonna stay with his mom after this year. He's still he gonna be with his mom in a couple weeks.
Hey, that's okay, man. I mean, stack your chips, Brad, because you're gonna be needing them for potatoes on the couch here soon. Potato chips on the couch. So we'll
man, he gonna be selling dental plans or something, man. Whatever he went to school
Warner
for.
Back at the grocery store, bagging groceries or whatever.
But, yeah, something, man. Because what moves do you feel like you need to make in order to come out this week on top?
In the league that I am 3-7, the moves that I need to make is I need to be confident in who I'm going to commit to, and I need to do some shakeup stuff. I need to start someone like Tank Dell, someone with some upside that I might be low. He might go have a 4 for 50 week, or he might have another, 100-yard week and a touchdown. Right? I need that. I need that opportunity. So, and they're playing Arizona, so I'm taking that risk. I keep saying I'm going to shake up with Saquon, but I don't know if I trust the guys I pick up off waivers that much more. And they're playing Washington this week, so maybe I can get away with it this week, starting him. But in the future, I don't know if I have that. Otherwise, I like my starters. I mean, I got Debo starting. I got Devontae Smith starting. And I'm going to put Kyler Murray in because
turning the page from Lamar Jackson.
Even if he plays well, he's playing well for an NFL quarterback, but not for a fantasy quarterback. And I can't start NFL game management. I can't do that. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work to win a league.
You need Lamar Jackson, that is.
Like at this point, Blake Bortles would be better. Like past Blake Bortles, because he would at least chuck it downfield and get 3 touchdowns. They get 3 picks, but it would outweigh it with the 400 yards, 3 picks, 3 touchdowns, and that still gives me 30 points. I'm not getting that here. So
that's fair.
I won a league with Blake Bortles a few years ago because of that.
Hey, you better go get Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, but that's just it. Like he's putting up fancy numbers, and that's what I need. I don't need real life quarterback. Like, fine, do your thing. You're winning games for the most part, except this last week with QB play. But I need a fantasy level QB right now, and that's what I need. So
you're the fandom in you for the Baltimore Ravens is happy that Lamar Jackson is balling.
Yep.
But the fantasy in you is not happy at all.
No, not at all. Like he's Alex Smith balling, which doesn't help me. Like that can win you games, but or at least cause you not to lose every game, but it doesn't help me win a fantasy league. Alex Smith never won nobody a fantasy championship.
There's some give or take going on there, huh?
So actually I just put Kyler Murray in right now so I don't forget. So
there you go.
Watch this week though. He puts up like 30, and I was like, oh my
gosh. Yeah. So back to the MSP league.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got me this week. You got me.
But yeah, again, this is where I can't be a projection person. I have to quit that mindset because these algorithms are not accurate usually at all.
Hey, man, you've been flying under the radar in this league. I thought you was like 5-5. You're right there.
Oh yeah, I tell you every week I'm on a winning streak.
You're trying to take me out.
I tell you every week I'm on a winning streak.
You try
5 straight, baby.
Oh man, I didn't think it was like that. Oh, you trying to?
Yeah, 6 straight now. 6 straight wins.
You trying to come for it, huh? Wow.
So all the stuff I talk about for the moves I need to make, like in the standard league, I'm not as confident making them because it's $100 on the line. Here, I'm like, I'm swinging at it, man. I'm like, screw it, I'm putting random people in like $50. Like, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's put Tank Dell. Let's put these people. I don't care. Let's do it. It's working though. Like it's been working. Like Rashid Rice has been working.
You swinging for this means a lot more to me now than what I thought. I mean, I want to win. Don't trust me. I want to win. But if I lose, I'm in 3rd place.
You got me on. Oh no, you are in 3rd place because I got you on points already. And then if I beat you, then I'll have you on more points. So,
well, you know what they say: may the best man win.
Yeah, I like to. I like
to think I'm a really good man.
I have a hard week coming up, man. I have an uphill battle. Like I like my players, but it's going to be a little bit uphill for me because I am missing some quality that I need. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, good luck to you, man. We'll just see how it plays out.
Hey, that's tough. That is tough, man.
Yeah. But you're also missing Jonathan Taylor, so I feel a little bit better.
I mean, Isaiah Pacheco. Now I'm looking though.
Yeah, you have Ford and Pacheco, so you have good options. But Pittsburgh's defense is a little bit better. The run game for Philly, I think Pacheco will have a good day. I think Philly's run game is. I think their defense is a little overrated overall because they let Washington go all over them before, twice now. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
and you just traded for like a DB too, and they're still not better. So,
yeah,
so it's like, so I don't know.
Just getting that thing slanged all over them.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that one. So I think for that point being, I think Pacheco will have a good game. This is one of the weeks though where I do need Lamar to keep it fantasy unfriendly. So Mark Andrews has another bad week.
I mean, he's gonna do that regardless. That's just what he does.
I think against a primetime game, they're gonna try to put a little pizzazz out there and throw, but I also need classic Devontae to be out here too, and I feel better about that because I think what's his name, O'Connell or whatever. I think he's gonna get destroyed by Miami's front line. I need Jalen Phillips to just eat him alive. So Jalen Phillips, I need you to blitz all day this week.
Hey man, I don't know. I think that there's gonna be some good stuff, man. I tell you one thing. I'm gonna be watching these games very, very closely, and I'm gonna be sending you text messages. So we got Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, Devontae Adams,
or you can just come over and watch the game.
Rashid Rice.
We got the new couch out here, man. You can just come over and watch the game.
I got the kids. You might have some Cheetos stains on there.
Yeah, that's fine.
We could get some Resolve or what's that stuff that
Resolve. You're right. You're right.
Resolve. Yeah. I'm just looking at this matchup here. AJ Brown, Travis Etienne, Jerome Ford, Isaiah Pacheco, Jalen Moore, Deebo Samuel, Joe Mixon. Hey man, I tell you one thing. This thing is pretty close, man. It says that I got a 67% chance.
I'm also missing some a piece too, and I need to drop my Vegas defense because I am not starting Las Vegas's defense against Miami. That's just there until my waivers go in at the end of the day. But there's no way I'd be negative like 10 points. Like I can't afford that negative 10 points if I start that. There's no way.
Yeah.
They're gonna get cooked. So
I was just saying you missing a player, right? You missing a player, and you missing one of your big players. I mean, you missing Kamara, and who'd you miss?
Bijan, who has been quiet, but this last week he was back. He was looking a lot better, and I think Arthur Smith probably got yelled at, so he had to actually start and use him accordingly. So,
man, I'd rather you start Travis Etienne. I mean, I'd rather start Travis Etienne over Bijan Robinson.
Oh, I would if I could do a combination. If I had to do 4 receivers and 2 running backs, it would be Kamara and Etienne, and then all the other. I would put Dell, Samuel, Hill, and either. I have Rashid Rice in there right now, but it would be Garrett Wilson. So, and obviously I can't start T. Higgins because he's hurt. And he's going to be hurt, so I can't start him.
So you starting Rashid Rice or Garrett Wilson?
I'm going to start Rice. I think he's going to have a good week. I think he's the best receiver that they have. And I think they know he's the best receiver they have. Even on the down week, he was the only one that got a touchdown.
You know who I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about Rashid Shaheed. I don't know why I thought about Rashid Shaheed, but yeah, Rashid Rice is. I'm thinking this is Rashid Shaheed.
No, I was starting him. He's a big.
That's
why
I was. That's why I was like.
I see. I was wondering where all the hate for Rice comes. I'm like, well, they don't have anybody else. Name another receiver that's good over there.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But
especially against Philly's not so like the very porous secondary. So like I feel good about that.
That should be a good one.
Yep.
That should be a good one.
I need some home run hitters. So this week I'm relying on home run hitters. Let's put it like that. Like if I don't hit home runs, I lose because I don't have my high floor guys for my running backs out there.
I tell you one thing. Monday night's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah, it is because you have you have a player
AJ Brown. I got AJ Brown on Monday night.
Yeah.
And you got Rashid Rice.
Yep.
I don't have 2. I just got 1, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh no, Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco and Brown.
Uh-oh.
So that means so I was just like if I have to be up 20 to be comfortable. Because that's a player's score, like one of those high caliber players score, and then I need my player to also score 20 to make sure I stay comfortable. But if those 2 things don't happen, then I'm in trouble. Because AJ Brown can clear the 20 easy. So then it's like, what does Pacheco do? And that's where my worry comes in. Like if Pacheco has a good game, I'm screwed. If Pacheco doesn't, I might be okay.
Well, we just gonna have to see. Remains to be seen.
Yeah,
but I tell you one thing, guys, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's
always a pleasure.
Always.
Hey, it's always a pleasure with you too, my boy.
Man. Look, so we get some more banter out and quit our jobs and do this full time. Love y'all guys.
I know, right?
Peace.
Peace.